How's it going, guys? It's the Hoff here, and today I wanted to show off the new case I have. I'm sure some of y'all may have seen it if you're watching Linus Tech Tips, but he didn't go over everything with the case. He did the build. He may have had the case before and went over it, I don't know, but he did an RGB build in this case, and I just fell in love with the fact that this case has a ton of space for water cooling. So let's go over the fact that, one, this case is heavy. The box itself, with everything inside, is 54 pounds. So, and it even suggests that it's dual person to pick up. You shouldn't pick this up by yourself. Second, the case has 4 3.0 USBs on the front. It has your 3.5mm headphone and mic jack on the front with the power button, which I'll show you those once I bring it out the box. Now, talking about the dimensions of the case. The dimensions of the case are, let's make sure I get this right. So, for the dimensions of the case, we have 29 by 6, 16.7 by, let me just make sure I get that right, by 19 inches. So 29 by 6 by 16.7, or 29.6 by 16.7 by 19. So that means this thing is 29.6 inches high. The width is 16.7 inches, and then the length is going to be the 19 inches. So this thing is a pretty beefy case. This case, for radiator support, can hold a 480, or it can hold a 560 on both the left and the right side if you take the hard drive cages out of the back. So that's pretty darn massive for a case to hold all of that, taking out the extra hard drive space that comes in the back. So that means you can essentially have 4 of the 140s. This case comes pre-installed for exhaust fans that are 2 140mm fans. This case also has support for your own custom loop, and as you see here, they have a custom loop with a pump radiator combo right here, and another pump, or not radiator, pump reservoir combo here, and a pump reservoir combo right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and jump to the fact that the case is out of the box, because this is going to take a little bit. Here it is in all of its glory. It's the Thermaltake Tower 900, of course, from what the box said. And yes, this thing is massive. It has 5mm thick tempered glass on all 3 sides. So I love that feature. You have, of course, your power button here, and then you have your 4 USB 3.0s, and then here is for your headphone and your microphone jack. And everything in the front is designed for showcase. The back is where we have everything to be hidden. So let's go ahead and show you what the back actually looks like. So I took the back off, and here's what we have here. We have the spots for the USBs for each of the 3.0s to go ahead and plug in. We have power, we have a reset, we got the hard drive light, and we have the power LEDs. So that's for all of your front connections. Down here is where we get some of your extra screws and standoffs, zip ties, and USB extenders. I like it. So this is what you're going to need as far as hardware is concerned. And there's even a spring there, which I'm not sure what I'll use a spring for yet. And then they even have what looks to be an extender to your motherboard audio. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And then up here you have extra hard drive bays, but if you leave that in, then you only have what I believe should be, yeah, support for a 360 on this side if you leave the extra hard drive bays in. Once you take those out, that will allow you on this side to go ahead and have your 480 or your 560 radiator, depending on if you want to go with a 4x120 or a 4x140 setup for the fans. You also have over here the other support, and of course they are mesh right here to collect dust. Down here is where you have for your power supply. Up here is where you have some extra hard drive bays. So what I will do is I will be taking out these because I don't want to go with the extra slots here. I want a 540 back here, or 560 back here, and I want to take my slim radiator for cost because it's effective for now, and put one of my 360 slim radiators over here just to cool my GPU for now, and that should be efficient for the GPU cooling, and maybe later on upgrade, but for now just because of cost. Also, one thing to note is that you have grommets down here to allow for the passing through of your cables or water cooling should you do so, as well as down here if you would like to have it pass through down there. That is also very efficient, which is what I believe I'll be doing, is having the water cooling loop to come back here and then have it come from here out into whatever I'm going with for the setup. But I will get into that later because I'm not completely sure yet, and I still got pieces I need to get. So that's where I'll go ahead and remind you guys that if you want to support me, support my channel, you can get some of my channel swag, t-shirts, whatever you want to call them. I have designed, I believe it's 2 shirts right now, trying to come up with more designs. But I went ahead and took the melting keyboard design with the PC Master Race, and I have the melting keyboard shirt where it's melting keyboard on the front, and then it's the PC Master Race on the back. And then I have my channel shirt, which is my logo of Don't Hassle the Hoff, and the links should be down in the description below if you want to go ahead and support me with that. So just looking at this case, I'm just in awe of the space of it and how much room you actually get with this case. My only thing that I'm trying to figure out right now, which is probably taking this top piece, is I'm trying to see, which I'll have that set up later, on how I'm going to do the install, which if you see right here, there's actually space right here for your radiators if you want to go ahead and move this up once you take this off, where this is actually the same 2 pieces but they're already on both. So that should just about do it for going over the case. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is something special for you guys. Let me go ahead and find it. It's what I told you at the very beginning. Okay, so this is an Amazon gift card. This is a $50 Amazon gift card. And what I'm going to tell you for the hint on how to decipher the gift card is, remember, I am military. So if you know what I'm saying, based off the fact that I'm military and you're one of the first people to get this code, you will be the one to get the $50 gift card to redeem on Amazon.com. So without further ado, we have Whiskey, Alpha, 2, 6, Juliet, Juliet, Tango, Uniform, Golf, 2, 8, Lima, Yankee, Papa, Bravo. So you can go ahead and repeat that if necessary, but that is a $50 gift card to the first person that's seen this and watched the entire video all the way through. And I'm going to try to do that once a month. I'll have different ways of doing it, so I might end up encrypting the code in a way for different various things, such as maybe Rock 13, you know, maybe look that up. That might be something I might try next time. So thank you guys for watching, and now we'll get into what I plan on doing with this build just a little bit. I'm not going to tell you the full theme of it, but I will tell you that it's going to be something I enjoy, something I have around the house is going to be part of it, and I'm going to add some cool things to it to go with my theme. And the intent is to take the majority of stuff out of that case for now because of cost. The more you guys support me, the more I can do with this channel, and the more I can do for giveaways, so I can actually keep building on this, and I can go ahead and add some cool stuff, plus do my giveaways even bigger and better for you guys. So, and for support, I just mean keep watching, don't skip the ads, and if you like my merchandise when I try to design some shirts and you want to buy them, so be it. If not, you're not obligated. But if you watch and you keep the ads going, that supports me. So the plan is, like I said, 360 here. I'm gonna have a 560 over on the other side. Then I'm gonna take the Z170 Asus motherboard I have over there with the 6600K, and that's gonna go in here temporarily until I can eventually get an upgrade for one of the X299s from Asus and do a full monoblock. And just because of cost value, I haven't decided if I should go for the, what is it, 7900X, or if I should go higher. So basically it's an option of, should I go for the 10 core because the 10 core with 20 hyper-threading is going to be only 1,000, or should I try to go for one of the mid-level in between, or go for the full 18 core 36 thread hyper-threading for $2,000, and I'm gonna buy it from a place that already does the delidding, so I don't have to concern myself with that. So that's gonna be a little bit more, plus I'm going to go with a full monoblock on it, so I'm not gonna be using the same block I have, so that's gonna be another 136. So all that's going to cost, because it's going to be about $370 for the motherboard that I'm going to go with, and it's going to be about $130 to $140 for the monoblock, and then the processor is going to be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for all of that. And then eventually I want to get more RAM to go with it, and possibly RGB for the RAM, and I'm going to use the Primo Chill View, and I want to do some testing with that finally, so that's going to go in here. And if I could eventually get it going where I have dual loops, then I'll do the dual loop system setup. So that is how my ideas are going for now, but we shall see. It all depends on income, different situations, because I'm military. The government did the Band-Aid for US on the budget, so right now it lasts till the 8th, but that's not a guarantee, and if they don't at least make sure they pay the military folks, I won't be able to start spending a lot of money because I have to go for bills first. And I have extra money in the bank always to cover bills, but I don't want to go without and start spending money on a whole bunch of other stuff when, as you guys may or may not know, this channel has been fully supported by me. I do not get anything handed to me from companies to do my builds. The only thing I get is I sign up for BetaBound, which I have a video on, and BetaBound has sometimes where they give you cool stuff to test out and review. Other than that, no one's supporting my build, so it's not like I can do the Jay's 2 cents or Bitwit where it is funded by so and so and they spend sometimes upwards to 10,000 I think on one build for Bitwit, so it's pretty crazy, but it's awesome. I want to get to that level, and I have cool ideas for this. I'd love to go with a green-purple theme for the liquid and have dual pump radiators, but like I said, the main focus is getting the stuff in here with hardline tubing, and I need the fittings, the fan, and another radiator for that. Then, if I want to do the dual, I'm going to need another pump and reservoir combo, and I also need, which is going to be on order very shortly, a longer tube, because I don't want to stick the small pump reservoir I have now in there. I want a bigger reservoir so you can actually showcase off the liquid better, and I'll be ordering down the road a second one. I'm just not sure if I want to wait, because the more I go to put in this, the longer it's going to take before I build and show you guys the build. So that's kind of the key, is the more people I get to watch this, the quicker this build can finish, because the ad revenue will help, and it will take from being maybe a month to it will take maybe instead of 2 months to a month. But also I do different things with the army, so I get a little bit of extra money with stuff I do for the army, and I also help people on the side fix stuff, and I get some extra money that way. I'm just not trying to overextend myself when trying to do this build. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for watching, and now I'm going to start messing with this a little bit to get this set up to the way I want. See you next time.